Hello, and it's that time of the week again. Yes, you guys have actually been enjoying the first video, loved the whole idea, and even more of you now are coming into the account review. So let's go over. Maybe this is becoming more of a popular occurrence series on the channel, but I'm going to go over your accounts, all of your questions, everything you need to know, and then give you my opinion and my advice on how I would be handling it in your position. Hello, yes, smash a like, comment, and subscribe for more daily videos of me, MrSneakyy, an official Call of Dragons content creator yet again, and we're here talking about your accounts. Yes, we're on my official Discord. If you want to join in, you can literally just go into the link below, and if you go into the Call of Dragons section, so basically in this little guide area, if you want to say, you can just scroll down until you see Call of Dragons guides, and in Call of Dragons you will see there's a little tab, or if you click onto it, called account reviews. You can see it's already got 33 comments in it, and it's really nice. But basically this is where anyone can post basically any question about their account, and it's easier to pose a question like this, right? Because you can ask me any sort of question, and like I did in the last episode, people have posted their images, and which is great because I can actually visually see what you've got going on your account, and I can actually get a full picture, right? And it's easier than just typing a simple comment and me trying to guess what you have, and then us going back and forth because I don't have the full picture, right? So let's carry on with obviously this episode now, so you guys are fully aware this is going to be a common occurrence, as you guys know. So we did answer all of these above, if you guys are wondering. So we are just going to be answering from here. We've got Kemi on his first question, which is, I'm currently focusing on marksman, trying to expertise my Syndron and Freygar March. Kind of like that because I'm doing the exact same thing. My question would be, would I personally go with long range warfare, since I can do 2 decent marksman marches since I have the troops array, but I have a 5-2-2-5 linear and a 5-1-3-1 Valen with a level 5 SNEAKYY. What do you think? Arcane long range. So this is basically a nice question because I think a lot of people are asking this, right? They might be in a similar boat as Ken here, and we're going to look at all of these images so we can see what he has. But a lot of people are wondering, is it actually worth going for the long range warfare, so all of your marksmen and and mages all fire at the same time, making things a lot easier, but you sacrifice that damage? Or is it just better to go for Arcane Torrent? My always general thumb is kind of what he's saying here. If I think you can do 2 mage marches and 2 actual archer marches, I actually think this is a very powerful talent you can take, long range warfare. But if you're not going in that boat, personally, I'd rather just go for Arcane Torrent, be a little bit safer, and maximize on all of your mages, because I'm running technically triple mage this season, right? So when we go into this account, though, we can see what we have, right? We've got a obviously 5-2-5-5 Lilia here. The next image is obviously our SNEAKYY being level 5, so we know all of that information. This is his pet. This is kind of nice. Crazy high intelligence, so definitely would be using that. So that's kind of like his March setup. This is a 5-1-3 on the Valen. Obviously these are his Syndron and his Freygar March, so we know what he's rocking. Pretty much how I used to run mine, which is fine. And then he's got level 1 Shadow Blades maxed out. No, level 1 a gold crest, but then he's got level 2 shadow game. So if it was me in this situation, if you are wondering what one to rock, personally I would be rocking obviously the gold crest with that, because I'm not gonna lie, this is just so much more, and the skill itself does way more damage, especially with the Syndron and Freygar than the shadow blades. But if you want more AoE, no one's going to hate you for it. But then let's see what we've got. We've got a Nico at 5-1-3-2, and that's it. So the problem with this, and this is kind of what I wish I would see, I'm going to answer it still, but I wish when you upload your profiles, guys, just show me all of your heroes. Like, don't crop anything off, because that's information, again, that I've kind of lost out, because you might have this Nico at 5-1-3-2, and you might have this Kanara here, as you can see, at 5-1-1-1-1, but I don't know what any of your, like, other heroes are looking at. Like, I don't know if you've got your epic heroes leveled up and stuff like that, because you could be just running, in reality, you know, a Syndra and Freyga match, and yeah, Nico Canara. It's not massive, but you might have, you know, like an expertised Craig. And I'm not going to lie, I'd rather probably run a Canara with an expertised Craig. And then you can run Syndra and Freyga. And if you do have like 2 mage marches, if you can run like this Lilia with an Alwyn or a Fear or even an Atheist, if you just really wanted to, just something to get this girl out there. And if you did rock SNEAKYY, it would mean like your Valen would need to have like, you know, your Waldeer generally whacked onto him and have like Time Bomb or Tear of Arbon, you know, another mage artifact. So my answer is, with what I can see, I would personally just stick. I'd actually go for long range. I'm not gonna lie, because it looks like you can probably field it. It's just down to what epic commanders you have and your artifacts, right? Because the artifacts is the most important thing. Because every match you're pulling out, you got to remember, you got to have leveled up. You got to have the artifacts leveled up and the correct artifacts on them, right? And the pet as well. So it does come down to a lot of things. So I do hope I've answered your question with what I've obviously got to my disposal. We'll move on to the next one because we've got obviously some more questions, and it might be similar questions. We don't know. We've not even checked these fully out yet. So but I hope that answers your question. We will obviously, as you guys know, once I've done the video, and do write down in the little like message bit in the bottom below section, and that basically tells you guys, you know, I've answered the questions via video, and here's the written, you know, verdict. So well, that goes for you guys. That's the first one, Kemin, done. So we got Norbert here, and it says, hey guys, I'd like to get some advice on my account. I am a free-to-play mage-focused guy. I have a 5'4", 5'2" Valen, and I pair him with my Waldeer. And I also started to focus on Bertrand for the second mage march, which is kind of nice. I like this. He's 5'2", I have given him 130 gold Turkons, and also spent around 50k gems on him. Okay, so he's definitely invested into the Bertrand hero. He goes, I would like to get help on regarding who to pair Bertrand with. I struggle with artifacts because my luck is really bad, and with all my legendary artifacts at level 1, I hope you can give me some advice. Really nice and simple. So basically, he's just a mage player. He's got basically a good mage pairing. He's invested on his own will on the Bertrand. I don't even hate this. I actually think this might be a really good choice in the long run. Who knows? But Bertrand's showcasing so far to be a really good hero. So not bad at all. And he's basically asking, who can I pair with my Bertrand? Now, here's what I've got. What would you recommend? And I kind of like that. So we can see he's a 24 mil player, almost 25 million power player. Server 36, you can see here. His troop count, so he's got plenty of mages, as you can see like this. So this guy is happy days, right? He can run mages, and he can run a bunch of celestials too. So we're not worried about that. So when we're looking at his actual count now, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'd prefer to see if I'm evaluating an account. So take notes for future questions. Anyone who's watching, this is what I want to see, because now I can actually get a good idea of what I'm looking at. So we can see he's got his Bertrand and obviously his Valen level 50. We've got an Awakened Atheist and we've got an Awakened Waldeer, but our level 30 is on our Alwyn, so obviously that isn't being leveled up. We can see he has a Fear, and this is in one of the images too. So this is the image right here, Fear. She's 5111. So what I would actually recommend straight away, and I've done this personally, and I've been testing this myself, I would run your Bertrand and Atheist for now. I think Bertrand Atheist, especially with Bertrand in the primary role, you're going to be doing an insane amount more damage than your Fear, because the more tests and the more stuff I've been doing with my Flying March, I've noticed, unless your Fear honestly has that skill 3 maxed out, where you get the insane amount of stats for flying units, then you don't really win. Even at a 5511 Fear, she outright loses to the Atheist being Awakened. And that's just because of Atheist basically having a nice amount of single target damage, which obviously doubles up with the hero skill damage bonus you're getting from Bertrand. And then on top of this, you've got some nice stats You've got some even rage generation, which Bertrand actually lacks. And then on top of all of this, you even get a little bit of sustain. So you do have a bit of everything in this match. And I honestly love it. So I would recommend on you, especially because you've even got a level 42 Atheist, I'd be running that. I'd be running the Bertrand Atheist combo. You've got your Wild Ear with your Veiling. You're straight cooking. I'm just saying, you are actually straight cooking. And this is what I want to see. This is happy days. I'm giving you the stamp of approval for this. I'm legit gonna give you the stamp of approval. Actually, really good account it looks like from this image. So be very proud of yourself, honestly, so far. And I'm happy to see your heroes are cooking, honestly. And I hope I've answered your question. Run Bert Atheist. It's gonna be stronger than your fear. But now let's look at the artifacts, because now it's to finish it up, right? Because we've done all the pairing side, the easy bit, I would say. But now he's got these artifacts. So he's got a Tear of Arbon. He's got the Time Bomb, which is fine. And then he also has the Staff of Healing. That's interesting, right? So what I would actually recommend is probably using what you've got. You've actually got it in most likely the best configuration, because I actually really like my Tear of Arbon on my Bertrand. Yeah, yours is level 1, like you've already said. Mine is level 5, so I'm going to get way more value out of it. However, it's the fact that with the Tear of Arbon, you get an artifact that honestly gives you a ton of magic defense stats. It's one of the most important things you can actually get for your march. It means you can take a lot more hero skill damage. If someone hits you as well with the defense increase, you're going to get as well normal attack damage reduction, because it is actually magic unit defense, not just, you know, magic defense. That's me misspeaking. But yeah, I would definitely do it how you got it, and keep your Veiling, honestly, with the Time Bomb. I think that is the way to go, because I think if you put your Time Bomb onto your Bertrand and Atheist, it might be too much of a glass cannon. Do you know what I'm saying? You've got so much attack in there that, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you will probably pump out some insane damage numbers. But I would definitely keep it how you have. You might consider, and if some people might even raise their eyebrows, you know, do the old rock style on me all there, and actually say, why not use the Staff of Healing? It's a little bit more selfish, I know, very selfish, or even the mobility one. So you could use the Springbird's Feather, because this is a mobility based one too, so you're not really losing too much out of it. So you could put technically this onto the march if you really wanted to, just to make it super fast. That wouldn't be bad. The Staff of Healing, though, isn't either a bad choice. You just got to remember, when you're playing the Staff of Healing, it's a very selfish artifact. If you've got it level 5, that is. If you've got it level 5 and you've got it 5 stars, level 50, you probably would use it over maybe the Tear of Arbon, because I just think for stats and obviously the raw heal, you're going to get way more value out of it. For yourself, that is, right? But if you actually just stick with the Tear of Arbon, it's going to be a little bit more general. Yeah, you got a lot lower heal, but it's an AoE heal, so you're healing you and your T5 or T4 players around you. You know, so there's an argument for both. But I actually kind of like how you've got this. I'm not going to lie. I think you've actually got everything set up perfectly how you need it. The only advice I honestly think you need to give is run your Atheist. Don't run Fear. I'd run Atheist for now. Work on your Fear, and once you get Fear up maybe to like 5-5-1, then I'd be switching. As soon as I get to 5-5-1, or maybe even something like 5-5-2 or 3, you know what I mean? Like, you just need a couple of points, honestly, in this skill. That's what is winning the fights that I've noticed. Even players that have a 5-5, like 2-5 hero, I'm still beating them, because I just have way more damage and way more rage generation with the Atheist. So, interesting, I know, but that's what I've noticed from my T4 testing and duels when I've been using my Celestial so far. So that answered your question, Norbert. Thank you for putting in. I hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. We've got 2 more big questions here, and then I'll just double check any of these bottom ones. Because some people might be answering questions too, which I kind of really like as well. That the community is working together, all, you know, answering questions and stuff. So, should I use Madeline Skogul or Garwood Skogul. Don't mind the skill distribution levels. I was new in Madeline Skogul and I didn't understand Skogul. Should be at 5-1XX. In a week should be a pair Skogul, Madeline, Garwood, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so nice, simple infantry. So I do want to shoot myself in the foot for seeing this. You've got a Garwood at 3-2-2, and this is kind of really bad right now, right? Because now what we need to do is try and roll, hopefully, a 33% chance of getting this skill 1 maxed. Because you really don't want this skill 2. That's the problem. This skill 2 is horrible. It's just the garrison skill, and you're not going to use it. This one's not too bad, right? Because you're going to get some stats for it. And then skill 4 is when you get healed, you get the damage bonus, which is nice. So I don't know about this Garwood already. And it's the same with your Madeline. Your Madeline's 3-2-2. And then your Skogul's 4. So this is good. I actually like that Skogul's 4. It means you haven't messed up on the hero, which is great. And I know you've said it in the thing. You messed up on your heroes early games. You didn't know. I didn't realize it was to that extent, but it's fine. We can. It might be fixable in the shortcoming. But with your Skogul, I would do straight away, yeah, max this this first skill out, so it's 5. And then what you put on what I would actually do is actually make sure this second skill's maxed. The thing with Skogul is really good. You can actually just make a 5-5-1-1. You don't need to invest in anything else, especially for a low, player. If you just want a really decent infantry march that's gonna do something for once for you, that's what you would do for your minimal investment. But then we got to go back to your heroes. And the thing is, Skogul's really good with both heroes. That's the funny thing. So people like Madeline Skogul, people have been using it because you get that physical attack increase from Madeline. Then obviously you get the HP increase from Skogul. And then the counterattack bloodthirst thing from Skogul on top. It just benefits so much from Madeline's attack increase. It is a really good combo, I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, you can argue with the Garwood, right? Garwood is in the exact same boat. Because even with the 1 point, so it's a 5-5-1-1 Skogul, you will still trigger technically the 4th skill when you unlock it eventually on your Garwood. Because your Garwood will get healed and it has a 75% chance to increase his damage dealt. So they're both really good. What I would probably go for, and this is the thing for me, since I'm guessing you're a more free-to-play player, I would more likely lean towards Garwood. And the only reason I'm saying I'd lean towards Garwood is because I have more of a hunch that you have better opportunities to actually fix this hero. Because he's a gold chest commander, right? And you're going to be able to hit those gold keys more often. And by doing that, you're going to hopefully fix this hero and roll potentially lucky, with the skill upgrades to 5 this hero on this first skill, right? That's what I would firstly be doing straight away on this. Because without that first skill being maxed out, even as it is right now, it's going to cause so much issues down the road as you're feeling right now, right? Because you're hitting these other skills which you really don't want to hit because you was hoping to hit this, right? But you can maybe fix this. Remember, they might be bringing in skill lock. I don't know when skill lock system is going to be coming in, so you might want to hold off. You might be able to reset your skills when the skill lock system comes out and actually fix your hero. So potentially just hold out. And if that comes, you can fix both heroes. And then if you can fix both heroes, I'm not going to lie, I'd probably run Skogul and Madeline. For those reasons I was saying before, I think even at 5-1-1, this Madeline does so much for your infantry. She's so tanky, and with the Skogul on top, like I said, synergizing so well, you'll be pretty happy with it. And maybe over time, you'll get, your Garwood up to maybe like a 5-1-5-5 commander. You know what I'm saying? And then you might put your Skogul with the Garwood, because why would you use a 5-1-1-1 Madeline over a very heavily scaled up Garwood? Because it will perform better outright just because of the skill difference, right? So hope that answers your question. I am upset to see what I saw. I'm hoping you guys can get better when it comes to, obviously, your accounts. If you've been enjoying this video so far, remember what to do. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. There's over 60% of you not subscribed, but you're watching the content, so you must enjoy it, guys. So just do me a favor, do you a favor, make those YouTube gorillas really, really happy, and simply hit that red sub button. It's free. It takes you 5 seconds. Even the time it's taking you just to listen to me waffle on here. You've done it. Yeah, I know, it was that easy. So let's get back into today's video. Right, so here we are. We're carrying on with the bad boy account reviews, and obviously Willix, we've just answered Will's. So let's carry on with the next question, and coming up to basically the ending of the video. So I hope you guys have been enjoying this new series. Again, if you want to be a part of it, all you got to do is hit the link below to join the Discord, and then just do what I said. Go to the account reviews tab right above my head, bing, and you're going to be able to do it, right? So, Killig, hey guys, sorry for some of the pictures. I was just wondering if you guys were in my situation, what would you do? Every option helps, of course. I started playing COD a little over a month ago, global release, very low spender, until the second Fragile where I became more of a medium spender. So basically what's happened is he was playing the game more casually maybe and enjoying the game, spending maybe on the dailies and possibly just maybe on the monthly or something like that, you know, just the bare minimal. And then he's got into season 2, really enjoyed the game, seen the new heroes, and now he's like, maybe, okay, I might drop a couple of extra, you know, get those daily bundles for the hero wheels and stuff to actually spin and unlock his heroes, right? So let's see where we're going from this. Where I ended up inactive, okay, due to IRL stuff. I came back to the game. It's ST1's initial release. I've been hoarding hero tokens since I basically started saving for the new mages, and now as a low spender, monthly packs and insight routes. So I was right. Main with the Awakened, Lilia and Valen. I'm trying to work on through chests and double VIP tokens. I just want advice on what you guys would do with the saved up hero tokens, whether it's maybe invest in archers, Cav, Bertrand, or whatever it may be, since Turhan, Bertrand are the final S2 heroes as we know, and obviously we don't want to dump into bad heroes, right? It's fine, makes sense, don't worry. And this is one as well, if you guys want to pitch in, you can obviously reply to this yourself in the thread or in the comment section below. It's up to you what you guys want to do, but let's have a look. So this is his account now. Awakened, obviously, on his Lilia, and like you say, we're going all the way down, got some decent heroes, so let's see what we're rocking. 5, 3, 4, so he is doing a really good job here, because the thing is with this, he's trying to make his Fragile 555-1, which I really, really like. His Kanara is 5122, that's okay. He has 545 on his Forendale, which is even more insane. 511 on the Bertrand, and then 5522 on Valen, right? So we can actually even see here, which is even better, technically all the sculptures he actually has, right? So you can see in total he has, you know, 770 sculptures here, plus the extra 10, so that's 780 sculptures he has in total. These are basically, if you're looking at the numbers, these are the total amount of heads he has for his heroes, right? Even though he doesn't want to give every single hero, because there will be a ton of images, this does help us, right? Because it means, depending on wherever this SNEAKYY is, for example, you could say, oh yeah, just invest 10 heads, you know, invest. So we're looking at Kanara, she's 25 away. Guess what? Invest 15 heads, she's going to be the next level. Do you know what I'm saying? It makes it a lot easier to break it down. So I actually really like the fact that he's done this. And then he's also just showcased, because he's obviously coming back, he's got all of the training speed up chilling, and he is obviously pretty nicely done on his T4 tech. He's just finishing off pretty much the exact same like me, almost. I've just done this is at 9 out of 10 myself. And I do have a little bit better on this side. So he's pretty much similar in my regard, which is kind of interesting. So the thing is, what I would most likely do, because I can see you don't have Syndron, right? Which is fair enough. So it depends on if you're willing to use your dailies to get Syndron. Because you could do a couple of things, right? Even with the heroes he's got on screen. Because one thing some players might suggest, and even I would be considering it, if he was trying to be a really good cavalry player in the future, you could, in theory, just put your 22 heads, right? It's 22 sculptures. This is going to be a 555-1 hero. I would leave it at that for now until you figure out, you know, if Forandel Awakening later down the road is going to be worth it. Because it is, you got to think, every time you 555-1 a hero, it's going to cost you so many sculptures to get that last skill maxed out. You got to think, it's 75, 75, 80, 80, right? It's insane how much that is, right? So the amount of tokens you could have used just to get that last skill, you can actually get another hero almost at 555-1, and some heroes actually only need to be like 5511, right? So that's what I actually would be looking for in your account. I would actually most likely, and I think this is probably the best advice that I can give to you, is actually check out a couple of content creators. You might, I know you watch myself, so obviously watch my guide, maybe watch Meowers, watch like Skogul, watch whoever you want, but watch a few content creators. If they've got a video on the best heroes at 5111, 55111, 5551, you know what I'm saying? Or 5155. All of these heroes, because I think by doing that, you'll actually help yourself so much more, because you're going to be able to, for example, we can look at the Freyga. The Freyga is very happy right now. And the thing is, what I would personally do, if it was my account and I had 770 sculptures, I would be personally actually buying the daily bundle on Syndreon to unlock him. Because as soon as I unlocked Syndreon, what I would be doing is instantly making these sculptures, put into my Freyga to make her 555-1, and I would leave her at that. Then I would, if you was tempted, and this is the only reason I'm saying this, if you was tempted just to have a cavalry match, yes, I would have finished this off for the 22 sculptures. It's just too silly not to do this. I think it's just so good value. It makes any of your cavalry basically really, really strong. Even your Emeries, even your Bakshi later down the line, if you're waking them through gold keys, it's going to be such an amazing combo to put with them. Because I just think Forandel personally is the best cavalry hero. That's my opinion. I know Emrys is my second choice. It sounds a bit crazy, I know, but I've got my reasonings, right? But then you got Kanara, right? And Kanara is kind of chilling. And I'm not going to lie, I would probably just chill on that Kanara. Because what I would most likely do is get Syndreon. Like I said, I'd unlock Syndreon, maybe get Syndreon to 51111. See how you feel with a 51111 Syndreon with that 555-1 Freyga that you've just invested into. And then if you feel like, you know what, I really like this match, and you probably will, what I would do is actually like slowly work on the Syndreon over time, right? But if you do want to get value, I'm just going to say it, this is the same kind of theme for this video. You could potentially wait for the skill reset system, right? Whenever the new skill reset system comes in, which allows players to have a little bit more control on upgrading their heroes now because of the silly star system change that they've done, you might be able to do some really funky stuff, right? You could technically, if you think about it, go to your Kanara, reset your Kanara, max this first skill, and these are 2 points here, right? So you could actually go 5-3-1-1, and then even on top of this, if you had some of these left over, make her simply a 5-5-1-1 commander, and you'd be surprised at how well a double 5-1-1 commander or Kanara does on the open field. So that's what I would do, in my humble opinion. I wouldn't personally try to awaken any said heroes. I would actually try to get the best value out of my tokens on the major paid, you know, commanders in the game. If you've noticed, I purposely have left out Valen. Why? I always believe if you're looking at someone like Valen, I would not invest my gold tokens into him. You might want to do some other stuff later down the line, maybe with your G1 tokens, potentially. You could dump them into him. But personally, I just don't want to, because the thing is, he's a gold chest commander. You will unlock him over time, and you will expertise him. So any of those, just think, any of those sculptures you've dumped into him, those 20 extra sculptures, yes, it's gotten you to your goal quicker, and it might have saved you time. But when you get that next 20 overfill, it's going to feel bad. And you know you could have prevented that with just not using the 20 universals. So I wouldn't invest in any gold key commanders. I would primarily look for, when we're looking at actually his hero list, his Freyga, his Kanara, maybe Madeline, even your Forendil here. You could be a Bert player depending on what your fear is. I don't know what the fear one is, unfortunately. So that could be something that you up. But that's what I would definitely do. I think for players in your position now, when you've got actually all the heroes unlocked and you've seen, the game progress and you've actually done a really good natural unlock for all the heroes here, I would actually just go for the best bang for value heroes, because why not, right? You know how good certain heroes are compared to other heroes, so you can actually just invest the minimum you need to make them heroes really good, or the maximum, right? So like I was saying, if you go into the next season, get Skogul, 5511 you could go for. If you unlocked Goresh, you could go for a 5551 Goresh. You know what I'm saying? You can do all of these things and it's all up to you. So what I would actually do is personally sort out the Freyga and then unlock Syndreon and work on Syndreon, and then obviously finish with your Forendil to make him 5551. That would be it, honestly. And try and get the best value out of your tokens, because you've got honestly some really good heroes. Why not just make them as as efficient, as maximum value as you can by just investing correctly, right? So I hope that answers your question from me. Obviously, hopefully, as you can see, I put down here, I'll answer all these questions tomorrow around 11 on a video. So that's what this is. So I hope you guys have been enjoying it. This is today's question, so I am going to answer these little quick questions on here. Hey, sorry, blah, blah. Will just answering one of the questions, which I like, which I enjoy. Been saving since day one. This is just basically explaining. Okay, I just didn't know who to 511, 555, 5551 heroes to invest in any tokens. We're seeking a video on it, and he goes, hey guys. Oh, and then there's a question. So this is basically talking about this whole thing that I just got over, which is nice to see community helping each other too. And then Spider Gaming, the final question, 9 o'clock, literally 1 hour prior to this video getting recorded. Hey guys, I am wondering about one pet decision. On paper it's very clear on first look, but I'm not sure now. Syndreon Freyga is for sure pair for Night Owl. Nico Canaro looked like the Snow Peak Rock, but I saw some numbers inclining that the Rock is actually worse than the Night Owl. Any suggestions? I don't use Fringe or Syndra. Okay, so this is the one thing with it, right? You might be able to use the Night Rock Owl with Canara and Nico, but it won't do as much damage as you think, because the way the Night Rock Owl kind of works, it's all about when you deal crits, it like registers it, and then it starts to deal damage when you're dealing crits, right? So that's why Syndreon Freyga is really, really good. Any match technically with Freyga in is a really good match with the Night Rock Owl. So if you was a player that ran Kanara Freyga, because I know players like that match, you could run technically Night Rock Owl in it. But the thing with the Kanara, Nico, Snowpeak Rock, the whole build is a specific build. It's only when you've got awakened heroes, right? Both heroes need to be generally awakened, as well as the Kanara kind of wants to go down the full control tree, so you can go into the ambush talent, allowing you to get an additional defense break and obviously backstabber trigger through her talents. And that allows, obviously, Snow Peak Rocks to trigger so much, because honestly, even a 1-star Snow Peak Rock with the right build has done some insane skill damage numbers when you see the people doing the right builds and they just defense breaking you 24/7. It's savagery, right? So I hope that clears that up, nice and simple. If you've got Freyga, honestly, in any Archer match, Night Rock Owl most likely will work. I'm not going to be the guy who says, don't use it because that's just wrong. I'm not going to be that guy, because you can. I'm going to be the messenger. I'll be the prophet. I'm going to be the guy who says, guess what? You can do this, guys, if you really wanted to. I know it's a bit weird in this day and age, but that is it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And if you do want any of your questions answered like I've done today, and this is all for you, you ask the questions, and if anyone has any, images and stuff like I do prefer, pop them in, and I can obviously answer away and hopefully help you and anyone else in similar positions and in similar, outcomes and whatever they've done to be in the way they're at. Hopefully I help them too by answering your question, and it helps everyone out, right? So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Smash the like, comment, and subscribe. My name's MrSneakyy, an official Call of Dragons content creator. And until the next one, stay safe, guys. Stay sneaky. Peace out.